So, Keras Resources have announced that they've been awarded an 850 square kilometre license in Togo. Therefore, I've repurchased shares in Keras. I was originally invested in them because they were going to essentially blow up the ground, shove it into a truck, and refine it at their sort of partner's processing plant. And it appeared that it would be nearly impossible for them to not make money in that scenario. Unfortunately, Keras didn't make any money, so I dumped the shares because I couldn't really see any value. And they were doing one or two other things, but the market cap seemed too high to me, so I sold at about 0.5. Shares wafted down, they did a placing, etc., etc. They did have some plans, but I wasn't overly amazed by them. However, they also have a manganese license in Togo, which is why I think it's very positive that they've been awarded this license covering such a large area in Togo. Because last year I did some back of the envelope calculations on the manganese project, and it would have generated about $10 million in free cash flow, and that was at significantly lower manganese prices. Having just checked the charts, I can see that the price has wafted up by, let's say, from a low of, well, they're probably up about 20%, which means that you can probably say the project would generate at least $14 million at current prices, and that's per year. Now, admittedly, they would have to put in infrastructure, but that would be a massive advantage for the company were the license to come off. I've been sceptical that this license would actually come because it's been such a long time in the waiting, but it does seem quite positive that they've been awarded another license. Of course, they've also recently done the placing at 0.375. They got the dual listing, and they appear to have, they have some ounces in Australia. I'm not particularly attributing any value to that. I'm purely looking at the Togo manganese play. But if they are able to perform better in Australia, then that would be great. I was in Australia say a month ago, and all I can say is it's really, really bloody expensive there. So it's not one of the cheaper jurisdictions to operate in the world. But hopefully, if they can get high enough grades, then they'll be able to make that work. But I'm really hoping that the manganese play is going to drive a lot of value. Perhaps the dual listing that they've got will also drive value. But so as a result, I've bought shares again. I'm perhaps overpaid slightly. I paid 0.413, but I thought the share price would have reacted more strongly, given that there's also this manganese sweetener and the grades that they've got in this. What is it? I don't even know what I'm talking about. Cobalt and nickel license. Equivalent to, they've got about, the lowest grade's 3.5 grams per ton, equivalent to gold, and the highest is up at 6.47. So they've been getting some pretty juicy grades. So let's hope that Keras can be a phoenix from the ashes, because when I sold them I was pretty pissed off, because I held on to them thinking the management would actually be able to sort of deliver on the previous plan. So hopefully this over the coming months they will actually begin to deliver value for their long-suffering shareholders, and I can't say I've been long-suffering the whole time. At least I managed to buy in at a 20% discount to what I sold at. So that's my investment rationale.